Welcome to Wildcat Basketball Weekly, presented by Hughes Federal Credit Union, home of the official U of A Visa debit card. Show your Wildcat spirit and get your free debit card today. Visit them at hughesfcu.org, federally insured by NCUA.
Welcome to another edition of Wildcat Weekly with head coach Sean Miller. The Wildcats headed for the Great Northwest to take on the Gonzaga Bulldogs on Saturday. And coach, before we get to that, your team finally got a little break here. You played, if you include the exhibition game there, 8 games in the span of about 3 weeks. How beneficial were the last few days, I guess, just to kind of catch up on some rest?
Very beneficial, Brian, not only from our perspective of basketball, but also academically. As you know, we're headed down the home stretch of the first semester of school, and this process started in late August, and here we go as it enters middle of December. You have final papers and preparing for final exams, which are a week away at this point. So if you're a player, you have a lot going on with that many games in that short a period of time. Being away, we've played 4 home games. We've played 3 games away from home. So being back in Tucson, having the opportunity to focus on academics, being in class, and making sure that everybody's pointed in the right direction is a big, big thing for us.
All right, over the weekend, over in Anaheim and Fullerton, you lost Caleb Tarczewski, had to adjust on the fly. Now you know he's going to be gone for a while. So what kind of adjustments do you make now in terms of the rotation, et cetera, knowing that he won't be playing for about a month?
Right, first Caleb, anytime somebody like him decides to come back for their senior year, you want it to go well. You want it to go smoothly. You want it to be the best year of his 4-year career, and he's had 3 very good ones already. It's unfortunate that he's gotten hurt. To the general public and a lot of fans, it'll seem like he just went down. But I think the bigger picture with him is that he's really been fighting both ankles from early mid-September on. And why, I'm not sure. He's been one of the great warriors that we've had. He's missed, I think, 3 practices in 3 years, had only 1 injury in 3 years, which happened during the Michigan game at Michigan a few years ago. So this is new territory for not only our team, but also for Caleb. But even when Caleb was playing prior to us going to California, our team was so much of a work in progress, and so was he, because they're not very used to playing with him, and he's not used to playing with this new group. July and August he was gone at the Pan American Games, and then August we gave him some rest. September we started to work towards October, but most of October Caleb was not even in practice. So we've now gone almost, if you think about from the beginning of school, September, October, November, and now December, almost 4 months without him. It's hard. It's taken its toll. The silver lining is what you said. We have to do the very best we can with the team that we have. There are going to be players that are going to be called on to do more. Generally, what happens with that is they improve, they're more capable, and they're going to be more capable for our conference season. If this goes as expected, we anticipate Caleb then returning for conference play, and returning for the first time in really 3 months, where we hope that he's really healthy. Again, is there going to be a period of time where it's awkward, where he has to re-engage in the team as well? No question. But I think we're looking forward to doing this without him, getting him back, and then becoming maybe the best team that we could be somewhere down the line. Regardless of whether Caleb is here or not, that's what's in the cards for this year's team because of the unique changes. Without him being with us for such an extended period of time, that's even more the case.
True fans live for their team. They buy the gear, they order the tickets, they pay for the seats and the experiences. For those true U of A fans, thankfully there is Hughes Federal Credit Union, offering the latest payment choices such as U of A debit cards, paying online, paying a friend with Pop Money, or using Apple Pay with your mobile phone. Show your U of A spirit and put technology and convenience at your fingertips. Hughes Federal Credit Union, smart choice.
Wildcat Basketball Weekly continues, presented by Hughes Federal Credit Union.
Take on Gonzaga. This has been one of the best rivalries in the West now, and it always hasn't been planned. There's been some NCAA meetings and so on, but just talk about the matchup, maybe not specifically with this year's team, but just playing Gonzaga almost on an annual basis and what it's meant for both programs.
Well, Gonzaga is one of the premier basketball programs in the country. Not in the West, not in the Pacific Northwest, not by the so-called mid-major standards, because the name of their conference isn't one of the Power 5, Power 6 conferences. Mark Few and what he has done transcends a lot of things in our game. When you consider the number of NCAA tournament appearances that he's gone to, the way they do things, their recruiting, it's really spectacular. Us as a program that holds the bar high here, it makes sense for us to play Gonzaga because they always represent the best. They represent a team that's going to be in the tournament, a team that can advance deep into the tournament. You play them, it's a quality game, it's an opportunity to get a quality win. I think of all the games that were played last year in college basketball during the 14-15 season, our game here at McHale clearly had to be one of the best. And so we hope that we can take that type of mentality and team to the Kennel on their campus, where I know it's very difficult to beat them, and play them in a hard-fought game and give ourselves a chance.
Wildcats and the Zags coming up Saturday in Spokane, and then the Wildcats are back home next week as they host Fresno State. That'll do it for this edition of Wildcat Weekly.
Thank you for watching Wildcat Basketball Weekly, presented by Hughes Federal Credit Union, home of the official U of A debit card. Visit them at hughesfcu.org, federally insured by NCUA.